Oh dear. Right, it's Tuesday. Been cleaning out again. Cleaned this yard out again. We are going to have that end out. We had two more calves die overnight. 3 new ones born overnight as well. These 2 are for the 2 calves that died. Farmer will skin the jackets later on. We wait for these guys to get hungry, you see, and they're more keen to have a go at suckling anything, if you know what I mean, because they want to, they're thirsty for a drink. I'll take you over to the 2 that we did last night. They're pretty happy in there. Farmer's got their jackets off. Morning we went through the clamp again, just cleaned out. So this is our one from yesterday morning. He has been up on his feet today, so Farmer is still drinking them, but these Chevrolets can be a bit like that. Anyway, we see how he goes today, because if he's going to get ill, it'll be in the next 12 hours. So we'll see how he goes, because we took him from birth, we took him straight into a clean pen. We just want to see if that adds to anything, if that helps at all, or if they're just born with it and you've got to deal with it. Whatever happens, if they diarrhea, it's full of infection, so something else will catch it off that. So you've got to be cleaning out all the time. Anyway, these 2 young uns, they're full of beans. We'll have to tie a jacket on them. We've got the people coming to install cameras tomorrow in the shed, so not the greatest of timing, but we do want it done, and that will help just a few things. Anyway, let me show you the 2 here. The calves are laid having a sleep at the minute. We've got some shared water here. She could do with a little bit more hay, so I'll get her some hay in a minute. Just had to pull the dead calves out. It's terrible. It's really horrible. It's not very nice. I've never seen anything like it. Yeah, all the research you do, there ain't a lot we can do until this vaccine starts coming through the cows. That's the only fight against it we've got, and we're still 10 days away from that. So I imagine as the next 10 days pass, if the cows would stop calving for 3 or 4 days, that would definitely help. So I imagine as time goes on for us, it's going to get better. Had 2 really poorly calves in here. I'll go in there in a second, but Farmer's removed the jackets off these little black calves. These guys are happy with them now, so they're feeding off mum. They'll stay in here for 3 days, and after that we've let them out. Usually it can take up to 3 weeks in the past, but the cows seem very, very happy to take these calves, and I don't know if they just know that, you know, something's happened to their, I don't know, but they just seem easier than usual to get them to take to the cart. There's going to be 2 more pens up here. I don't know where we're going to put them. We are going to put them somewhere. I've got to spray this area and the back area. Just going to spray it down with Virkon just to try where the calves are laid dead and whatever. We are going to be back in here as soon as these calves are taken, and if any of the others recover, we'll put them in the recovery bay, and then we'll get back in here and clean it all out again. Anyway, it's been 3 calves overnight. Farmers, we're injecting them straight away with antibiotic, just to give them some sort of hope. We don't know if it's going to work or not. She had a dead calf, she had a dead calf. They're both heifers. The calves just didn't survive. They just get worse and worse. We've got a young man here who looks, this one's looking, he's looking hopeful. He actually is showing some signs of that he might recover, and if he gets to the point where he recovers, we'll put him in the recovery bay. 3 in the recovery bay this morning, skipping, dancing about like nothing's happened. So they will come out in a few days time. They'll go in with the with everything in that shed over there. Oh, it's tying up all of our time, all of our day. The guys with the cameras have asked us to hang these brackets up for him. Farmer's he's looking at it. Couldn't have come at a worse time. This young man, Farmer's keeping him alive. These guys know. Anyway, you know, whether he survives is one thing. He will. I think he will, because he just looks a lot brighter. But when they look like that, they haven't come back from that. Anyway, Farmer's giving them everything they can have. There's nothing else they can have. But I would say to anybody with a suckler herd, you don't want to go through this. The mortality is mental. I think we're into 10 now. If he dies, I think that's 10. I haven't even added him up. It might be more than that. But yeah, if you're a suckler herd, you're due to start calving, I would just advise out of caution just to give them the vaccination for coronavirus, E. coli, and there's another one it sorts out. Never seen it before, and it is just devastating. They're just it's just crazy. All we can do is pray and hope that these guys hold on to the calves just for a little bit longer until this vaccination starts working. I've got to get in here with a spray now. You see, the problem is the cows are all walking about, treading it about. It's hopeless. So whatever happens, before we can move any calves into this area, we need to wash down and clean out and start again. It's just so much of your time. So there we go. Anyway, got a little bit of a spray. This is full of Virkon, this stuff. You have to mix it before you put it in the tub, otherwise it will block your spouts up. The only thing you can say is the little calves don't rot about spreading it everywhere. They spread it, where they lay is where they oh, this is just a temporary measure, just to try and help. We will be in here again mucking out in the next couple of days, but it's a bit of a battle. Anyway, we've been pretty good at not spreading it to the other sheds by washing our boots, so that's been at least that's been something. Wednesday morning, the guys are going to put the camera system up today, so we're in a bit earlier. But first job always, you know, Linda would have been down in the night, but these guys will pop a calf out randomly in between checks in the night. It's just the way it is. You can't do it all the time. Right, I'll take you around the cattle before we finish the video, but got another 2 calves yesterday. Put jackets on them, put them in with the mothers who had the dead calves, so there's 4 in there at the minute. They all seem to have taken to them rather well. We'll see how that goes. I'll show you that when the light comes up, but for now I'm just going to check the cattle here before we make a start littering up. I just want to get the yard fed before these guys show up, because they want somebody with a load where we can just lift them up to the brackets. So anyway, everything's laid nice and quiet this morning. The more we deal with this virus, the more we sort of learn as we go. Here's one of yesterday's. These calves seem to be, all 3 of them, seem to be okay for now. But it's in the next 12, you know, in the next 6 to 12 hours is when they would get ill. They're all in here tonight. Right, anyway, I'm going to check around these cows, then we're going to start feeding, littering up the yard. Anyway, we just wanted to make a quick start this morning, well, an earlier start, just so we can give these guys a hand. They reckon it's going to take 2 days. Me and Farmer went and put a couple of the brackets up so they can get started today. We've just got 1 more bracket to hang in the main cow shed there. We're going to do that today. Let this telehandler warm up a minute and we'll get the cows in and get them fed. But yes, as this virus continues, we're learning more and more. You know, people tell you things, which is really handy, you know, and people in the comments obviously dealt with it or had it before. Yeah, an interesting one was to add apple cider vinegar to the calf colostrum, or the calf milk, as you feed them. You know, just a tablespoon per serving Apparently that that lowers the pH in their stomachs and makes it a bit kinder in their stomachs, so that might be something we have to try. There's a cube of pens there. 2 of them can come out tomorrow. The back 2 will have to stay for a little bit longer, but they have taken to the calves rather well. There was 3, I think 2 or 3 poorly calves, hoping they survive. They've showed signs that then, you know, they just look a little bit better than some of the others. Hoping they survive. We've got 2 in the calf pens here. We're hoping they survive. One of them we took straight from birth into a clean pen, and we're just seeing if that is, you know, if that's remotely helpful, because that's something we can do. We can just plonk him in a clean pen, clean the pen out again after. He's a Charolais calf, and they are renownedly difficult. You know, they can take up to 3 or 4 days feeding them sometimes. On odd occasions you get 2 or 3 a year, so he might just be one of them dopey sods that just they're just lazy, and they'll lay and die. They won't suckle themselves. But yesterday farmer got him up and he did suckle by himself, so that's good. The one in that other pen, he's suckling, we know he is. He's just been crafty, he does it when you're not looking. So we're going to plonk him into the recovery pen over there. That'll free up a pen here. This young man will most likely watch for another day. That might change. We've got a load of work. We want to get all this muck out of this side where they've been poorly, wash it all down again before we put anything new in there. We've had 3 calves in the last, yeah, they were born yesterday, and they're still on their feet, so really hopeful for those calves. The vaccination is going to slowly start coming in, and I think things will get better from there. But I will state this again: if you're a suckler herd, get your vaccinations. Don't quibble about it, because we've never seen anything like this, and it is just ridiculous. It's crazy. The workload it brings you and the cost farmer has been spending. You know, all these jabs and such, they all cost money, and it's yeah, it's a lot of work, a lot of money, and they die in the end anyway. So yeah, you don't know where to cut your losses really. But anyway, right, we're going to crack on. It's a calf, the back right corner, little black one. We put him in there just yesterday, and she's allowing him to suckle, and farmers took the old jackets off now, so that is a really good sign. And the fact that they're still alive is a good sign, because if they don't want them, if they reject them, yes, quite vicious. They just they'll kill them. If you don't take them out, they'll kill the calf. So we put them all together thinking that the other 2 might encourage the other 2 mums, just to, you know, a bit of encouragement there. Anyway, got to make sure they got food and water. This is the problem, you see. They haven't got live water feed there because it's temporary, so we're having to make sure they all got food and water morning, night. And anyway, all the calves are up. There's a calf here up on his feet. He's been laid about, that calf there, 286. He was laid about all day yesterday. He moved a couple of times. There is another one in there somewhere. He's moved, so I'm quite happy to see he's moved. I'm hoping he hasn't died. I haven't been in there because I don't want to get my boots dirty. But yeah, that's really good. You know, you've got to take the good news with the bad. We're with Rob from Oxford IT Solutions, and they've been putting the cameras up for us today. We're nearly finished. We've just got a few more wires to reroute. This is the camera we're putting up. You'll explain a little bit about this camera.
Yep, so this is a pan, tilt and zoom camera. It's got a really good focal range. You'll see all of this barn, as you've seen in the others that we've done. Good night vision, yeah, good quality camera.
So we'll be able to see everything we want to see, won't we?
See everything you want to see.
Yeah. Anyway, it hangs off the mount up there. We've got some mounts going for them. I'll show you. Rob will show us the screen. We've got a screen set up. I'll show you how it all. Rob will show us. He's the expert. But we can zoom into every corner in this shed. I mean, it'll shine up. It shines up everywhere. It's a hell of a thing. I put these guys on the spot a little bit. They're just mounting the last camera. They're not used to any of this. But yeah, Me and Farmer, they dropped some mounts off for us yesterday. We didn't have a lot of time, but we had a couple of hours just to sort some mounts on to get him on the barn. Got one in this shed. We've got one up the clamp. They quite often carve up there. It's all for carving purposes, nothing other than that. They only do vision, they don't do noise. You can get noise ones. These guys are setting up security cameras for all sorts of firms, schools, businesses, just general purpose businesses, cow farms, lambing sheds. They do all of that. I'll show you in the shed, and we can remote access all these cameras. These ones are nice. They tilt, zoom, they 360. You know, you can see every area of this shed. It's been a day. It's been we're lucky because we've got the cage and the man cage to put them up in the corners. Usually has to go up on ladder, he was telling me, but yeah, it's quite nice. We've got some loose ends just to tie up. Everything's been hidden away, so you can't see any of the wires. It's right setup. As well as that, they've put Wi-Fi in our workshop for us. These tiny little devices that ping the Wi-Fi from the house over to the workshop. Oh, it's brilliant. We'll go into the workshop in a minute, and I'll get them to show you all the cameras swinging and moving and zooming in and out. And yeah, the most important feature for us is everything's recorded for a month to a storage device on farm, and we can go back in time and, let's say we don't know if a calf suckled or not. We can go back in time and, you know, and skip ahead and just see if that calf's suckled. That's the main big point for us. So we've got a small static camera in the calving shed that covers the calving shed, and the big one in the main cow shed there that can look into the other calving shed. So we've got all areas covered. Oxford IT Solutions they are. I'm going to plug them because they have been absolutely spot on. They just come here, they got started, start running the cables, start putting the cameras in, and it's just been bliss. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. It's nice when you know what I mean, when people just come out, get on and do. It's just, it just works lovely. We love it like that. Anyway, you were telling me about these cameras. If you were looking, you could set them up in, if let's say you were using them as security wise, you can set them in patterns to keep an eye on everything, sort of thing.
Yeah, so you could record a pattern, you could record a pattern that it does on a rotation.
Yeah, so like a swoop or.
Yeah.
We don't need that, but that's
it can be done.
Yeah,
it can be done.
What else can you do, like for people looking at this sort of thing? What else can you do? You were saying about the microphone ones. You get different types for microphone.
Yes, you can get some that record audio.
Yeah.
As well as video, and you can hear that on the app, and you can do some where you've got two-way audio as well. So if you want, you can talk back from the app remotely.
Okay.
So from a security perspective, you could tell people that you've spotted them, warn them off.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Oh wow, cool.
These are recording 24/7, but you could set them to only record on motion, so then you save on your storage capacity.
Okay,
so, but with what you've got going on, you probably want these on continuous.
Yeah, we'll continuous. And that's each feed for how long?
With what we've got in there, you probably get about 30 days.
On each feed?
Yeah.
Wow.
You get more with motion because you'd in theory record less.
Yes.
But in these.
And that's continually recording all the time?
All the time.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's cool. And everything's done in that little box there, is it?
Everything's done, that's the recording.
And we don't have to touch that. So let's say we have a power cut.
It will just come back on. When
everything
the power comes back, it will just restore itself.
What happens if I unplug the router in the house and then plug it back in?
It will continue recording. You just won't be able to see it remotely.
Yes.
So as long as this box has got power, the cameras will always be recording.
And if it loses Wi-Fi, will it reconnect?
Yes.
It just does it,
does it?
does it
itself,
okay,
yeah.
Brilliant.
So we've just got here, we've got this is the cow shed.
So we can have a look at that cow in the calving pen.
We can.
We can zoom right in there, can we?
Zoom in on that one.
Look at that, that sees in both of them pens, doesn't it?
It does, it.
And these go in night vision as well?
They go night, yeah. So night vision now.
So she's chomping on that, look. And if I leave it in that position, it will just record that, won't it?
It just stay recording.
Yeah, that's exactly how I want it. That'd be perfect. Brilliant. Can we have a look at the other cow shed?
We can. Put that one back. Which one was that?
This one, yeah. How far can we see? Can I see me other cows in the other shed? If you turn it to the right, keep going, right into that back shed. How far can we see in there? Oh, look at that. That is smart, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's good, isn't it? We had a thing the other night, and I think we think it was a tyre on a lorry gone bang. But it spooked them, and they nearly broke out. They nearly bashed the fence down.
Oh wow!
And
from the motorway.
Yeah, but we never knew what actually happened. We just come in the morning with a big bent fence. Look at that. That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what the distance is on that. How far away is that?
That's quite far, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a fair few meters, isn't it? Oh yeah.
That's brilliant. I can see in all those pens there. I can see that side. I can see the farmer. Look, let's have a look at him there. Look, see what he's doing. Hopefully he's not doing anything weird, doing a funny dance or anything like that. She's a heifer cow. It means her first calf. So he's trying to get the calf to drink. He has no idea, does he? He spends his life doing that for the next 2 months, literally. Brilliant. Where can people find you if they want to find you?
OxfordITsolutions.com.
Whereabouts do you cover?
So we cover Oxfordshire and surrounding areas.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll travel.
Yeah.
For the right job.
Yeah.
But yeah, Oxford IT Solutions.
And you were telling me this is a 4-camera system, isn't it?
This is a 4-camera system.
If we wanted more, you'd have to change this box.
We'd have to go for a bigger recorder, so you could go an 8 channel, so you can have 8 cameras, or you can go 16, you can go even more.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you do like supermarkets and stuff like that?
Not really, no.
No, is that commercial, is it,
Yeah.
would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit more complicated, is it? Those sort of systems?
A little
or
bit, yeah.
Is
So
it?
we do more sort of this kind of stuff, and residential.
Yeah.
Homes and things like that.
Yeah. Oh, cool. And up there we've got a wireless internet for our tractors, haven't we?
Yep.
And I'll just show you where they got the internet going from the house. So up on that little pole there is a little receiver. Is that right?
Yep.
And then the other one is a tiny one on the drain pipe. And you were telling me you can transfer, so you could get internet all around this yard.
Yep.
Just by pinging it with these.
From those.
And they travel a hell of a long way, you were saying,
Yep.
weren't they?
Yeah, we can go a couple of miles comfortably.
Brilliant. Wow. Right, I'm going to have some lessons on the app now.
Yep.
Rob's the man. Thank you very much for giving us a hand with that. I'm so chuffed with that. I can't believe we've done that in a day. That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, thanks for your help.
No worries, no worries. Thursday morning. God. The guys with the cameras yesterday, they thought they were going to be a couple of days, but because we had a personnel box and we made them some brackets, we got done in a day. So I cannot tell you, we've only had the system in place for 12 hours, and already I've learned that I've got a cow in there, heifer. She has not been round her calf all night. So first job this morning, once we've got them in and whatever, we're gonna pen her up, and she's gonna live with her calf, and she is gonna stand by her calf. I've seen the calf up 3 or 4 times, but she has been in a shed, she's been in that shed, she's been resting in this shed. So straight away, it's already told me something that we thought she was a bit of a crafty mum. And at the minute, she'll fool the farmer, you see. The farmer's down here at the minute, he's just loading some hay. But he would have walked up to her, she's stood by her calf now, but she hasn't been all night. So straight away, I've learnt something. She's got to come into a pen, and we won't let her out until we know her and her calf are properly committed to each other, if you know what I mean. Anyway, Thursday morning we're going to get a cow shed fed up. That camera system, I can't believe how good it is. It's absolutely ripping. It's such a, yeah, just brilliant. It's exactly what I was expecting and hoping for. The only little problem we've got is our internet speed here, because it's rural, is a little bit slow. So we're going to have to see if we can get our speeds a bit faster, and then everything will work a little bit smoother. But yes, anyway, I'm going to feed these cows up, and then we'll have a look around these calves, see. Definitely don't want to jinx anything, but well, farmer noted we've got a colostrum checker, and the 3 born yesterday, their colostrum has been getting higher and higher as the day's gone on since this vaccine. That could be just coincidence, but yeah, that little that calf with a white face, her mum has got off the scale colostrum, like really high quality, so we're going to get her penned up today. We put 2 across into this recovering pen. We think they're all right. That dopey Cherolet's in there, got to check him. Yeah, got a load of checking to do this morning. Got a load of pens set up. Got to make sure everything's fed, watered. It's unusual for us to have all these different pens and whatnot. This young man was only born yesterday, but farmer's been having to feed him. Come on. But if he wants to suck, that's it, mate. That's it, girl. Farmer's loading a lorry. Usually he would do the suckling of the calf. I can see he's on his feet, so hopefully he finds it himself. I've just done 15 minutes with him. Some you have to do, some you don't. Some are bloody hard work. But the fact that he wants to is just half the battle with it. Well, anyway, we're just getting fed up. There's 2 calves in here. They were very, very, very poorly, and they were better yesterday. I didn't want to jinx nothing, but they were better yesterday, and they're I can see one's under a cow, sucking cow, which is a really, really good sign, and the other one's up on his feet dancing around the pen. That's his mum there, just getting some food. Anyway, we want to shift everything there, clean all that out, so we can put our newborns in there that are pretty good. We're going to have to wash the floors again, and hopefully move them across. The 2 good ones in there we might put into this pen here where they've recovered, or they might go across actually into that other pen across there, just for a couple of days. But yes, that's the best them 2 calves have looked in 3 days, so really chuffed with that. I'll put in the correct measurement.
Got a full one in there. 3/4.
Wash that out.
I just done it that one round the corner. I just sorted myself. I'll change that.
Yeah, just want that other one done, don't I? It's good, isn't it? That was her calf.
That'll do.
So, but the other 3, I don't know about the other 3. We'll have to watch them, won't we?
They'll be alright tonight. If I've got to shut them in tomorrow, we'll shut them in tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have you got numbers then?
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember what I filmed, what I haven't, but Thursday afternoon, we've just been in here. We have had some poorly calves in here, so we wanted to get in there before we let anything else through in there. We've just literally had all the floor out again, washed all the gates down, washed the walls down. It's all you can do really. We've washed the floor down in there. So yeah, over the next few days we'll get some of the fresh born calves out of here. Farmer's got a couple in the calving pen there that he's just keeping an eye on. They're just a bit slow, you know. Probably something to do with the virus and something like that, but I'm not jinxing. I just want to tell you, it's at the last 24 hours we haven't had any deaths, which is good. We haven't had that many calves either. We've had 3. They've been a bit slow. Mums are being a bit of a pain, but yes, just seems a little bit different. Whether we're on top of it a little bit more now here, we don't know until we have a few more calves, see how they go. But this shed is completely clean now. We've done the shed over the way, that has been completely clean. The calving pens again, I don't know how many times we've done it now. It must have been 3 times. It's taken all of our time. Me and Keith are off on hay delivery now. But at the moment things seem to, we're you know, the cows have had a vaccine now for over a week, so it might just be that the antibodies are starting to come through in the cows, and that's helping a little bit. But we'll see as we go. We expect it to get better progressively as the antibodies come in. So yes, no calves today. Our new camera system is in. Really loving that. You got to yeah, I can't plug them guys enough, because that is absolutely exactly what we were hoping for. Already told me some stuff that I was hoping it would. I've got it pinned on these 4 I've got this camera looking down into this pen, so I'll be keeping an eye on these to make sure all these have a good drink, and if not, we're gonna have to repen them up and match them up with the calves again. But we let them out, you know, gives them a bit of space. The calves like a bit of space. Whether the cows have fully taken to them yet, one has. I've just seen one drinking. He looks like he's found his mum, but whether she will let him drink, if she does, I'll be very happy. If she doesn't, she'll be going back in one of these pens for a little bit longer. Got another heifer. Farmer's penned her up. She wasn't letting her calf drink, wandering off, leaving her about, so she's penned up with her calf at the minute. Heifer, they just don't really know what's going on. But yes, anyway, we're nice and clean again. We haven't got any calves that have completely gone down poorly. We've got some calves with light scouring, and we've got a couple of calves that are just a bit slow. The Chevrolet, he's doing all right. We moved him over to that pen over there. There's a couple out of this pen that are fully recovered. I'll go and show you them, because so happy this morning to see both calves on their feet sucking. Yeah, it just tells you, you know, they're over the worst of it. Yeah, we moved, there was a couple of calves in here. Oh, it's hard to stay on track of everything, but anyway, we leave them in here, just keep an eye on them. But the 2 in here, we moved back into that pen of recovered cows and calves, so we were quite chuffed with that. And then we moved 4 into this one. We had 2 in pens, moved them into here. All right, girl. Anyway, yeah, we were really chuffed to see them up on their feet and sucking this morning, and they were really poorly, like properly poorly. But you know, we weren't sure at the time if they would survive, but they come back round, didn't they? These calves in here, the 2 over there, they were very poorly, weren't they?
Yeah, I've just he's just been sucking 318. He's just there, Matt. That's that one at the other side, yeah. And he's just been under. You have a look, he got a wet nose. That's what caught my eye. I thought I'd come and see who it was, and he's got a wet nose, but in a good way, from milk, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but it's not.
And he must be catching all the tits. You got Alice tits on her, but he's bloody hell. What a difference! What a turnaround!
What would you say the ratio is from ones that recovered to ones that didn't? It's about 60-40, wouldn't it? Or
yeah,
70-30, wouldn't it?
70-30, yeah.
It's not good. Might have worse to come, well, we don't know, do we?
No. But all of these in here basically recovered, so we haven't got that many. I wouldn't
9,
have thought the
I
rate.
think.
Yeah.
9 so far.
How many calves have we got?
Not
bad. That died?
9, yeah.
And how many do you think we've saved? Because we had 3 or 4 in here for a start.
Yeah.
And then we had 3 or 4. I don't know now. I've lost track.
Yeah,
it's hard work.
I do know
that.
Yeah, it is. Definitely. This is one of our newborns. He's only he was only yesterday's. Number 1, I think. That's Sarah's here. All right, go. Yeah. but he hasn't. I don't want to jinx anything, but he hasn't got ill yet. He's been running around the shed, and tomorrow he'll be 2 days old, and we haven't seen that. You know, the ones that have got ill have got ill straight away, so that's a good sign at least. Right, we'll have a little look through these cows, and then we'll start a new video tomorrow. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. We'll see how the rest of the next few days go, but yes, it's been like this before, and we got a false sense that things were getting better, so not jinxing anything, just going to see how things go. Hay in here just so they got a bit of grip underfoot, but they'll pick around at most of it. Here's 402, my mate. There you go. She's a lovely cow, and she's bagging up, so yeah, fingers crossed she not too soon, eh, girl? Right, we're going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. We'll start a new one tomorrow, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.